Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, well, why it fractured, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think
Hello, fam. Will Smith doubtlessly had a ton of things happening in his life this year. To say that it is very nearly a thrill ride is putting it mildly. In any case, what else might he at any point anticipate from the business that he is a piece of? Things like that accompanies an extraordinary cost and lots of penances. What's more for his situation, it seems like his relationship is the following thing that will endure. Is it true that he is at last tending to reports about the conceivable separation from Jada? What could be the purpose for this? Furthermore, where did this blather try and begin? Hold tight on the grounds that that is the thing we will find out. It is getting hot here. In any case, did we as a whole hear it accurately? Is it at long last over between perhaps of the most discussed Hollywood couple? I let you know all, superstar separations are occurring left and right this year. Likewise, despite the fact that Jada was the person who let the cat out of the bag, Will was obviously the person who started the separation. Oh goodness, this sounds like disarray. Is their relationship actually being spooky by Tupac? Come on, we as a whole know their set of experiences. And on the off chance that you have no clue about what I'm referring to, you are in for a ride. A large number of us, particularly the individuals who support and follow this pair, realize that something doesn't add up about their marriage. There were signs that fans made a respectable attempt to disregard. However, definitely, here we go now having affirmation that these two have proactively been isolated starting around 2016. Stunning to some, however, not to the people who understand what their relationship resembled starting from the start. Recall when they were practically the norm. Like they are the dark couple that everybody used to revere and gazed upward to. Those were bygone times, and they are most certainly presently not quite as close and fantastic as they used to be. No doubt about it, things began to take a few significant turns in 2020. And perhaps everything just went easy from now on. On the off chance that you are feeling a piece lost, let me assist you with finding what's going on. At the point when August Alsina dropped this stunning news about Jada taking part in an extramarital entanglements with him, the web went wild. Indeed, that isn't its finish, all of you. What made this circumstance more perplexing is the way that Alsina likewise declared how Mike Smith had given him the gift to date his better half. Like what in a curved world would they say they are living ready? Gracious my golly. I have heard it previously, yet it actually keeps on astonishing me how cringy that entire setup was. Oak, as indicated by August, the undertaking began at some point around 2016. Get this, he was just 23 around then, while Jada was at that point 44. Oak, I realize that age holes like that are normal nowadays. However, that isn't the very thing made things weird. You see, August used to remain with the family for a surprisingly long time. It was not just in light of the fact that he was a dear companion of Jaden, yet the Smith family likewise took him in when he was having some trouble with his well-being. Come on, he was greeted wholeheartedly and was dealt with like a genuine individual from the family, just to wind up taking part in an extramarital entanglements with the mother. How unusual might that at some point be, particularly to Jaden? They tended to this in those days as a matter of fact. Won't asserted that he ever plumped down with August to give him the gift to accompany his significant other. They even discussed this in the red casual conversation. The issue was affirmed, yes. Yet it was additionally uncovered that Jada did it when she and Smith were somewhat isolated and finished things among her and August when she reunited with Will. Gee, ensnarement, fascinating. From that point forward, it isn't exactly as business as usual for C individuals getting down on Jada. She got something beyond a kickback. Furthermore, as I have referenced, their marriage began to disintegrate from that point. Allow us to add to the way that individuals just turned out to be more intrigued by their past. Many were dubious and addressed on the off chance that their presentation of adoration back were even genuine, or on the other hand, assuming that was totally supportive of show. We can't exactly fault individuals since they are famous and exceptionally open individuals as well. Of course, this class was played large number of times on the web on the grounds that the young lady nearly made it seem as though she was not exactly inspired by Will in any case. It all makes sense to us. Will looks so tolerating, and they were exceptionally open about the point. Yet a considerable lot of Will's fans truly became miserable and distraught about her. Proclamation. Goodness, how is it that I could at any point disregard this also? Praise to Will for showing such a lot of exertion as an accomplice. When it's all said and done, he was so authentic with his aims about Jada's 40th birthday celebration. In any case, prepare to have your mind blown. His sweet signal was not even valued by his own better half. Young lady, what else do you believe the man should do? They may be kidding about it. However, we as a whole realize who was harming in this story. This one additionally got individuals talking since it seemed as though Will was deficient in the room too. She made sense of this in a tweet, however, saying, "Simply because I got time today." Quit standing out as truly newsworthy. Watch the red casual conversation I did with Gwyneth Paltrow for yourselves. Won't deny I've ever had any issues in the room. Much thanks to you. Perhaps she was dropping this multitude of clues from the start, trusting that individuals would see that they are not exactly viable. Yet, man, you don't need to go that far and embarrass your own better half for the entire world to observe. Despite the fact that that was not her expectation, it actually made many individuals concerned on the grounds that maybe she was not in any event, attempting to be ideal for Will. I could go on and on with this one. Clearly, Will would rather not discuss that before the camera, yet she actually posted it. For what? To make individuals see that she can do anything she desires, that she makes major decisions, and Will could simply do homage her. That is some significant control gives not too far off. Likewise, assuming she was so miserable about the marriage and was simply constraining herself to be with him, why stay for quite a long time? Goodness, definitely, I have more verification that Jada potentially never cherished Will on a heartfelt level. Do some of you recollect the letter that Willow composed for Tupac? She was only 11 around then. Dear Tupac, I realize you are alive some spot. I believe that my mama truly misses you. Might you at any point kindly return? Could you at any point return so mother and me can be cheerful? I wish you were here, I truly do. Love, Willow. Like, goodness my golly. Envision how Mike probably felt when he perused that letter. What's more, how could Willow compose those words in any case? Jada was unquestionably recounting Tupac. It was like she was enlightening more concerning Tupac to Willow than her own father. I know Jada and Tupac have an exceptionally extraordinary bond, clearly unrivaled by what she had worked with Will. Unfortunate Will. He acknowledged her earnestly, despite the fact that he realizes that Jada was not as far as possible with him. Some would agree that their partition was not altogether Jada's issue, since she potentially felt truly caught in that marriage. Yet she might have no less than brought in some regard after everything that Will accomplished for her. She might have taken off all along, yet since she previously entered the relationship, should attempt to be a respectable accomplice at any rate. Subsequent to discussing this, fans couldn't resist the opportunity to recollect again to her assertion about how Mike isn't fulfilling her in the room. Gracious, this one is hot.